Shikilia rais wetu na vile mmenishikilia. Si ni kweli? Nataka kuwauliza kwa sababu mmeona tumekuja na tumeamua kushirikiana. Tushirikiane na rais ama tuachane? Wangapi wamesema kaunti na serikali kuu ishirikiane? Tufanye kazi pamoja. Tuongeze mabarabara, masoko na Nairobi ipate chapa zaidi kuwafanyia nyinyi kazi. Sio ndo tunataka? Ama ni aje? We have come together between the national government and the county government in the interest of the people of Nairobi. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Rais, tunakushukuru. Hakuna rais amewafika Lakisama hapa kwa mto. Hakuna rais amepatia vijana wetu 40,000 kazi. Na pia sisi tumeongeza wengine 4,000 kwa Green Army. Tunaambiaje rais wetu? Tunaambiaje rais wetu? Na gavana Sakaja, nguvu ni ngapi? Mbarikiwe sana.
Nairobi. Mimi nataka niwaambie bwana, hakuna Nairobi imekuwa handed over. Mimi niko na kazi ya kutosha ya kufanya ya national. Ile tumefanya ni ushirikiano. Tuweze kujenga city yetu. Itasimamiwa na county government, our MCA ndio watafanya hiyo kazi pamoja na gavana wao. Mimi kazi yangu ni kuwasaidia ndio tuhakikishe Nairobi inatembea. Hapa niko na ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi atusalimie. Yeye ndiye atakuwa anasimamia ile kamati, lakini kamati ya utendakazi itasimamiwa na governor. Ndugu yangu Musalia.
Wakenya hoye! Mimi nasema agenda yetu ni kushikana na president tubadilishe Nairobi. Si namna hiyo? Hatutaki Nairobi ishindwe na miji zingine. Kule kwengine wanabadilisha miji yao. Nairobi lazima ibadilike, iwe na standard ya juu ndio tushinde zile zingine. Munataka Addis Ababa itushinde? Munataka Lusaka itushinde? Munataka Kampala itushinde? Munataka nani wawe mbele? Nairobi! Nairobi hoye! Kenya hoye! Ruto hoye! Asante sana.
Lakisama hoye! Lakisama hoye! Nairobi hoye! Rais, asante sana kwa kutembelea huku Lakisama. Saizi tuko na safari mpya. Tuko tayari kutembea na wewe kama jeshi yako hii town. Na hapa Nairobi tayari mimi ushamnipanga. Safari ni moja. Senator ni mjamo. Senator ni mjamo. Senator ni mjamo. Nairobi oye! Nairobi oye! Wapi tutamia Ruto, tutamia Ruto, tutamia Ruto. Asante sana, Mungu akubariki.
Wapi nduru ya Jalango jameni? Namna hiyo. Wacha niko hapa na mama anaitwa Mama Mutinda atusalimie.
Watu wa Nairobi mchama. Nionyeshe ishara ya kiongozi wa nchi William Ruto. Rais wa kipekee East Africa mzima ambaye anatembea ground. Rais ambaye ako na maono, ako na nyota, ako na agenda. Mimi nataka niwaambie watu wa Nairobi, mkiona wale watu wengine wanakaribia jiji na wana maono, muambie warudi nyumbani. Mimi kama seneta mteule wa chama cha serikali tumeshikana na wana ODM warudi nyumbani. Sisi tunashirikiana na serikali, wana ODM wamekaribishwa Kenya Kwanza. Sisi tumeungana kama broad base. Na katika tiketi ya Women Rep Nairobi, mimi nitakuwa nasimama hapo. Mungu awabariki wakati wote. Lakisama hoe! Lakisama hoe! Kitu ya kwanza nataka kusema, baba alituacha ndani ya broad base. Saa ile baba alikuwako hai, race ilikuwako ya wafarasi 2. Lakini sasa race ni ya farasi 1. Huyu ndio ako mbali sana. Hakuna mwingine kwa upinzani ambaye ataweza huyu. Ruto ni kazi na kazi na kazi. Mimi nataka kusema party leader wetu Oburu Odinga atakaa na Rais William Samoei Ruto, na sisi kama watu wa ODM tutakuwa ndani ya broad base. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Mambo ni 2 term.
Lakisama hoye! Lakisama hoye! Nairobi hoye! Nairobi hoye! Wacha niwaambie kitu kimoja. Leo rais amefika Lakisama. Leo kuna safari tumeanza. Rais William Samoei Ruto anafanya kazi bila kelele, si ndio? Kwa hivyo ni sisi tuchague. Tunafanya kazi bila na sasa watu wa Lakisama na watu wa Nairobi, tusiwachwe nyuma. Mnataka kuachwa nyuma? Tusiwachwe nyuma. Hii safari tuko pamoja. Nairobi lazima ibadilike. Lakisama oye! Lakisama oye! Mbarikiwe sana, asante.
Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi Lakisama oye! Lakisama oye! Hapa ni 2 term. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi nataka kukushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa ile kazi umefanyia wakaji wa Lakisama. Mimi ya kwanza ningesema Mheshimiwa Rais, hapa Lakisama umeleta maendeleo. Hii sewer line umeleta hapa Mheshimiwa Rais. Hapa Lakisama tulikuwa na shida ya sewer line. Sasa majumba zitatengenezwa hapa, mtakuwa mmepata sewer line hapa Mheshimiwa Rais. Ya pili Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi nakushukuru sana kwa kutembelea leo siku ya pili hapa. Wakaji wa Lakisama wamefurahi sana wewe kukuja hapa leo. Sababu hapa Lakisama, Mheshimiwa Rais, sisi kama ma-MCA tunakushukuru sana kwa kuweza kututambua kama ma-MCA kwa ile kazi unatufanyia. Hapa Lakisama umenipatia barabara. Kulikuwa na shida ya barabara ya panda ile ya juu. Umenipatia 1.2 kilomita ya barabara, naendelea saa hii, naendelea kutengenezwa Mheshimiwa Rais. Ya pili Mheshimiwa Rais, tena kwa kazi yako mzuri Mheshimiwa Rais, umeweza tena kuniongeza barabara ingine 2.5 kilomita, na wamekuja watu wa kura na wamepima na barabara inaendelea kutengenezwa Mheshimiwa Rais. Na Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka kuelezea, unaona hapa Lakisama, watu wakaaji hapa Lakisama ni wale wakaaji wote wameregister kwa SHA. Na mimi nimekuwa kipaumbele kuhakikisha wameregister kwa SHA na wako kipaumbele kuregister kwa SHA. Mheshimiwa Rais, kabla sijamaliza, Mheshimiwa Rais, kuna hospitali iko hapa. Ile nilikuomba siku ile. Hiyo hospitali imetengenezwa sasa, imekuwa miaka 4, imesimama pale level 2. Mheshimiwa Rais, ninjaomba. Hospitali imeisha. Wakaji wa Lakisama hawana mahali pa kuenda hospitali ya public hospital Mheshimiwa Rais. Mheshimiwa Rais, ningekuomba kwa hekima, sababu mimi natembea na wewe ni mchapakazi Mheshimiwa Rais. Ningeomba tu hiyo hospitali kama hizo facilities, iletwe vitanda, iletwe madawa, watu wa Lakisama waweze kupata matibabu hapo Mheshimiwa Rais. Mimi nashukuru sana kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Rais, sababu ile kazi unafanya wananchi hapa Lakisama na ile kazi unafanya hapa Kenya mzima Mheshimiwa Rais. Mimi nimetembea na wewe, na mimi sijatembea na wewe sababu unafanya kazi ya bure. Unafanya kazi ile wananchi wanaona. Ndio sababu hao wakaji wa Lakisama wanaweza kupata maendeleo, Mheshimiwa Rais. So Mheshimiwa Rais, kuomba uweze kutushughulikia hao wakaji wa Lakisama waweze kupata maendeleo, Mheshimiwa Rais. Na mimi ndashukuru sana kwa kutembea na wewe, na tunakaribisha hapa tena Mheshimiwa Rais, utembee na utembee na utembee na utembee siku hizo mzima. Tukisema Mheshimiwa Rais ambazo tutam. Nani kama Ruto? Nani kama Ruto? Sasa umekiwa sana.
Huyu Ringo ni rafiki yangu vile amesema. Na mimi nataka nikwambie bwana Ringo. Sasa mimi nitapangana na wewe kwa hiyo hospitali. Ndani ya mwezi moja hiyo hospitali itakuwa inafanya kazi. Mwezi moja, 1 month. Hiyo hospitali itakuwa inafanya kazi. Kwa sababu sio vizuri watu wa Lakisama, watu wa Nairobi wakose mahali ya kuenda hospitali. Si namna hiyo? Wapi makofi ya Ringo nione. Haya wewe. Roro, sema moja, jambo.
Asanti Mheshimiwa Rais. Sisi tunakaribisha hapa Nairobi, na Rais tunakushukuru kwa kazi mzuri unatufanyia. Your Excellency Rais, tunakushukuru kwa kilomita 100 ya barabara ambayo unataka kutufanyia hapa Nairobi Rais. Rais, ile kitu tunataka kuhakikishia hapa Nairobi, tunakusanya vijana wote kuanzia youth for youth, wote wanaingia katika 2 term. Hapa Nairobi Rais, tunakuambia usikuwe na wasiwasi. Ruto oye! Youth for youth oye! 2 term ya Ruto! Haya, weka mawe! Weka mawe! Weka mawe! Weka mawe! Asante sana.
Na viongozi wengine. Niko na Raymond Omolo PS wetu, mpigeni makofi. Niko na mama wetu, mama chairperson. Si mnajua mama Wanjiro? Mpigeni makofi, chairperson wa Nairobi Rivers Commission na commissioners wengine. Sasa nyinyi ati mnasema niweke mawe? Ati mnasema niweke mawe? Ati mnasema niweke mawe? Niweke mawe? Bas mimi asante sana, nawapenda sana. God bless you. I love you, the great people of Lakisama. Thank you very much.
President kongete komasta nebo Lakisama en county nebo Nairobi ikangondojini igorta nebo lumdaetab tetutiet noton nebo Nairobi Rivers Regeneration Program. Koyekitestai ak logoiwekab emetab Kalenjin ko tesetai kwendi barak matab bolotet en waditab West Kabras kotinygei ak lewenishet nemining noton nebo MCA nebo komasata netetat keyai en tarik 26 nebo arawa nebo 2 koituyogei kandoik cheterter chebo Kenya Kwanza kondojini toretindetab President Farouk Kibet ak Governor nebo County nebo Kakamega Fernandez Baraza en campaign chekokiyochi kobelindet nebo chamaitab UDA en lewenishonoto ole kamwa kandoichoto kole makat eng neki president nebo emoni noto ko Uhuru Kenyatta koistogei atebet nechutchini chamaitab ODM en mwaet kole terchinoshek chekotestai kobit eng chamainoto bo ODM ko inendet ne indochini eng maketab koker kole matestai boisietab kibagenge noto nebo chamaishek chebo UDA ak chamait noto nebo ODM nekindochini neki Prime Minister Raila Odinga nekibet sobenyi eng kenyit konye ak kikoch tupchenyi noto ko Dr. Oburu Odinga konom kandoinatet nebo chamait noto ngenyoru ngalaletab Farouk Kibet nebo ngalali eng komasata bo West Kabras kobotogei ak kandoik alak chebo Kenya Kwanza.
Uhuru Kenyatta afanya nini? Anatoa pesa ya kuitisha mikutano ambayo si halali. Nyinyi watu ya Western Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta alikuja hapa? Hapana. Aliwatengenezea barabara? Hapana. Kwa nini unatoa pesa ya kukonganisha wa Kenya? Ashindwe ama asishindwe? Ashindwe. Wamama mnaamua aende ama asiende? Yeye anatoa pesa ya kuzunguka kwa miji mkubwa. Ati walianza sijui wapi, wanakuja wapi? Watu ya Malava mnasema washindwe ama asishindwe? Tunajua wewe Uhuru Kenyatta umeanza kutoa pesa ulichukua kwa Kenya. Na sisi tunakuambia hiyo pesa yako hiyo unatoa kiolela, serikali itaenda kufunga hiyo pesa yako, na wewe hakuna kitu utafanya katika hii jamhuri yetu ya Kenya. Hiyo ni sawa si sawa? Aende ama siende? Tumwambie tusimwambie? Kwani yeye ni nani? Si alikuwa president ya Kenya? Si anaitwa retired president? Kwani nyinyi mmeenda retire? Si lazima mtazaa watoto watakuwa president? Wangapi wanasema Uhuru Kenyatta aende? We will not entertain politics of division in this country. Wameona barabara inajengwa kutoka Malava inaelekea Samizi. Sasa wameshindwa, na sisi tunaona ya kwamba lazima hii area ijengwe. Hata inyeshe, mheshimiwa, inyeshe ndio Uhuru apotee. Ndio wakulima waende shamba, aende ama masiende. Na tunajua ametoa pesa ya kuzunguka Kenya. Wewe utashindwa, atashindwa ama atashindwa? Anafikiri Waluya ni watu ya kudanganywa? Anafikiri Waluya ni wale wa zamani? Wako na simu na wanakuambia ng'oo. Hebu mueleze so walisema wanataka mtu mwingine mkachakua Ndakwa. Imagine Ndakwa from MCA to MP. Hebu mpige hiyo makofi. Yaani umwana uno mlashindwa kweli. Huyu kijana simtampatia.
Yakitestai ak logoiwekab emet ko eng kasarta netokyinigei kibagengeitab konetik eng mornet nebo Narok kwai lewenisiet nebo kandoikwai kokakomongkei nebo ng'echeret eng kibagengeit noto eng county nebo Narok, noto ko Newton Koech, akosom serikali kowushi kong sub-county nebo Amalo eng mwaet kole mabit kerkeindo eng siretab konetik nekikaisuldae serikali eng komalo. Kosom ine serikali mising ko kibagengeit nesire konetik eng boisiet nebo Teacher Service Commission TSC kotoret icheket kosirchi lagok kwai. Kinyoru Festus Rono ak ripoti noto kong'ete county nebo Bomet.
Mi kasarta nebo siasa chebo kap konetik. Kitinye betut neo tun kebire kura en tarikit 7 arawetab 3. Amun kimi kasarta ne somoti kura, amache asom kora konetik alenji kosom kura en tolosiet, kosom kora kura en oret ne kararan ak neo mising kobit kalyet en betunoto. Nebo oeng ko anasom kora ang'ololji serikali, Teacher Service Commission, ak amwoe kora president kokas kora rirek ab konetik chemiten emet nebo Narok, kebeberta nebo Amalo, amun yoin ko kikisire konetik ako makinyoru nafas ko ki Amalo sub county nebo kesir konetik chebo replacement chombo P1, and kibare keteb ko mabit report ne yamat. Kesome president kelenji ibwatech amun makinyoru nafas inoto asikobit kiyoe koten kou kebeberwek alak.
Eng logoiwek alak chitab Kalenjin ko kaindochi Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki igorta nebo kokoitoetab title deed chebo mbarenik koityi familiaishek 105 chekitinye nyasutiet nebo ng'ashaet nebo maranet eng komasta nebo Maimayu ole kibit nyasutionoto eng kenyit konye ako kon asenet neo mising nekipchi kobet sobonwekwak biik chechang. Kong'ololi eng komasta nebo Maimayu komwa Professor Kindiki nekobotokei ak kandoik alak kole teksetab oret neo noto nebo Rironi Mau Summit kowendi konapto mising boisionikab bandab tai eng oranata ak komoswek alak chenekityin, ole kamwa kole kokotoi oranata eng nguno ako eng komalo ko kiwang'u kebeberta netai nebo oranata bo Rironi Naivasha Nakuru Mau Summit.
Mnajua ya kwamba tumeanza ujenzi wa barabara hii ya kutoka Rironi kwenda Nakuru mpaka Mau Summit, na mnajua hiyo barabara itafungua uchumi wa area hii. Ni kweli si kweli? Ni kweli si kweli? Iko hiyo barabara imeanza ama haijaanza? Imeanza ama haijaanza? Tuko na barabara hiyo, na kutoka pale Rironi side moja itatumia ile njia ya juu, leni mbili, hapa chini leni mbili, ivikifika Naivasha isikane iwe leni tatu. tatu ya kupanda, tatu ya kushuka, ndio tuondoe mambo ya ajali na tuondoe mambo ya watu wetu kupoteza maisha. Niendelee nisiendelee? Ni fire si fire? Ni noma si noma? Tujenge barabara ama tuachane na barabara? Wangapi wanasema tujenge barabara ya Mai Mahiu Naivasha? Wenye walikuwa wamejenga wanapewa shamba, wenye walikuwa wamekondisha pia hao tunawashughulikia. Alafu wote 105 members of the public, 105 families, those who had built their houses, plus the 56 families that had rented buildings that were also destroyed. The entire group, 105 plus 56, the government of President William Ruto, wacha nirudie, familia zote zitapata ardhi. Wale walikuwa wamejenga na wale walikuwa wamekodisha. Familia zote zitapata pesa ya kuwasaidia kujenga. Wale walikuwa wamekodisha, wale walikuwa wamejenga. Na leo hiyo 20,000 for family ya kuwasaidia kwenda kujenga for 161 families. Mimi naacha hapa na Governor Susan Kihika. Tuendelee tusiendelee? Ni fire si fire? Ni noma si noma?
Yakitestai ak logoiwekab emet ko tindoi serikalitab emoni komang'unet kole wendi barak koitetab kiprutoinik cherutochini emoni eng kenyisiek tutigin chemite tai. Kamwa Prime Cabinet Secretary ne inendet kora ko Minister nebo tilyanditap emotinwekab sang Musalia Mudavadi kole eng kenyitab 2024 ko kirutochi emoni kiprutoinik cheite milionisiek 2.4 ako tinye komang'unet neo serikali kole koite kenyitab 2027 kotetat kolany koitonoto akoi kiprutoinik milionisiek 5.5. Wale kama kole nito kosubkei ak kakwautik cheterter chetesetai kosuldoi serikali noto nebo Kenya Kwanza. Kong'ololi Mudavadi eng igorta nebo 4 nebo Global Tourism Resilience Day nekakiyai eng kotab tuyosiek nebo KICC eng taonitab Nairobi.
And we have also seen more international tourists. I think we got about 2.4 million from the international arena. And the target is to hit 5.5 million by next year, end of next year. So that is a very good trajectory, and we want to assure all the practitioners in this sector that we remain committed to developing our tourist sector to its full potential. 3 key commitments come to mind. 1, the need to mainstream resilience into every tourism policy and investment decision. 2, the imperative of accelerating climate action within the tourism sector. And 3, to strengthen global partnerships that will enable shared learning and coordinated responses to crisis. For Kenya, we are ready and committed to continue working with all partners of tourism, resilience organizations, governments, academia, and the private sector to advance a tourism sector that is sustainable, inclusive, and future-ready. Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism, led by Rebecca Miano, giving it a solid profile. The figures, as I was telling her, are looking good. In 2023, tourism earned us about 268 billion Kenya shillings. By end of 2024, the figures that have come through indicate that it rose to about 452 billion Kenya shillings. That is a rise of about 65 to 68% in terms of revenues. Under the leadership of His Excellency President William Ruto, we have embraced tourism resilience as a national priority. Currently, we are investing in diversified tourism products, expanding beyond traditional wildlife safaris to include cultural tourism, ecotourism, MICE tourism, sports tourism, gastronomy tourism, and digital innovation in travel services. Additionally, we are committed to strengthening public-private partnerships, enhancing sustainability standards to protect our natural heritage, from the iconic savannas of the Masai Mara to our pristine coastline along the Indian Ocean.
Chitab Kolenjin tesetai koitun logoiwekab emet eng tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani betutab rani kosomok kasi tarehe 18 arawetab oeng eng kenyitab 2026 kimoche kenyoru kamung'et nenwach yekiweke konyiketesetai arameloitu.
Imagine kende konorweng'ung ak in leti inyorchigei ak family neng'ung'et safari rally trip en olimbo Naivasha noton ko Revisha ushinde na KCB. Logoiwek chemyach en biikab Eldoret ak Iten en tarikit 20 arawani keibwok the Revisha and Win Big Road Show. Tun ketaunen flag off KCB main branch Eldoret kebe Sogomo Junction biikab Chepkanga ani Chambulet keitum ak kebir show noton neo kora en olimbo Iten town. Nyon asobitinet kechechangon missing ak obaibaige ak crew noton nebo Kass FM International ak KCB Call Savings Account team. Tun gomi Cheche 254 Bore Mr. Obot Balbi Obot Engineer Kiprogut Arab Lagata ak Sangalewa team dancers lenyoru entertainment ne inegen agonotay karan chekikoito chechang.
Yat KCB Gold Savings Account rani ole imuchi iwagenge nebo 30 winners arawa nebo oeng. Ole ibeljingei chi tugul 50,000 ole kindeun gold account nengunget asimuchi imut family nengunget 2026 Safari Rally en Naivasha. Ameutien kora ile miten grand prizes chebo kenyini. Ole ibeljingei chito agenge 1 bedroom apartment en Unity 1 Tatu City Nairobi katasi nebo KCB Partner Unity Homes. Anan go 500,000 money market fund deposit en arawetab angwan. Ibwatinde konorweng'ung nebo gold savings chebo plot purchase anan go house purchase ole magat ngoite tarikit 26 arawetab angwan kenyini kokoinde agoi 50,000.
Yat agi depositen en KCB Gold Savings Account nengung yegerutochi KCB branch anan iboisien KCB app. Nyumnyum iwendi kityo savings agilewen Gold Savings. Don't just save, revisha and win big with KCB. KCB Bank for people for better. Na ilei kisubi arorutik ak ngatutik.
Say yes to a box full of what you love only on your StarTimes decoder. Recharge your monthly subscription today. Dial *858# for self-service. Stay connected for heartwarming stories to edge of your seat action.
Bravo 4, this is Dragon 26.
There's something for every mood, every moment, every kind of love. Because love isn't one thing. It's everything you enjoy together. Renew your subscription and unwrap endless entertainment. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Kimitei agobo inye ago kimita siginetkei kibaibaitkei ak inosechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, StarTimes channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en namba 55552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit neichome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet.
Itagat ko kenjitab Kolenjin ketestai ak tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani kitokyinigei komasta nebo bunge eng taonitab Nairobi ole kakomongei MP nebo Embakasi East noto ko Babu Owino akoesho koshinetab kibagenge nekoityi President William Ruto eng betutab amut ak Governor nebo county nebo Nairobi noto ko Johnson Sakaja kotinygei ak boisietab kibagenge ole kamwa Sakaja kole koshinanoto bo serikali neo ak serikalitab county nebo Nairobi komatindoi tokyinet nekararan ako noto komanyalu kisirto. Ng'alalchin ine sirikab logoiwek eng bunge eng nguno ak kebendi keipchinit ng'alaletab Babu Owino.
Today, I want to comment about the hostile takeover of certain functions and the key functions of the county government of Nairobi, which were transferred from the county government to the national government. Yesterday, we did see the signing and the transfer, which we describe as hostile, of certain key functions of the county government to the national government. This process was illegally done in the first place, and we are being informed that public participation is supposed to be done after the signing of this agreement. This is completely unconstitutional, unlawful, and I don't see the need why the national government should move in a hurry to take the functions and or kill the spirit of devolution within Nairobi County. The governor, in his wisdom or lack of the same, did agree to transfer his responsibilities, which were bestowed on him by Nairobians who woke up very early in the morning, Nairobians who trusted that their roads could be done by the governor and has since then not been done, Nairobians who trusted that drainage could be fixed by the governor and has since not been fixed, Nairobians who believed that there will be no rationing of water in Nairobi and there will be sufficient supply of clean water and affordable water to Nairobi residents. Nairobians believed that the Nairobi County would be clean. There would be no garbage within the city. They did believe that jobs would be provided to Nairobians. They did believe that health facilities would work and the medics, the staff, would be paid well. Nairobians also believed that they could have low cost of living as opposed to what we are experiencing currently. What did we see? Nairobians trusted the wrong person, gave power, gave responsibility to a person who was not qualified for the job. That is Governor Sakaja. He's become a disappointment. He's been singing of Nairobi working, and indeed the transfer of functions to the national government is a clear sign that the governor is a born incompetent governor, a governor who cannot deliver services to the citizens of Nairobi. So Nairobi is at a great loss, and we are mourning, deeply mourning, we are grieving the transfer of functions from the county government to the national government. We are mourning the fact that the government has disappointed Nairobians. When you go to Mama Lucy Hospital, you get a death trap in the name of a hospital. No drugs within the hospital. There's a lot of negligent activities occurring at Mama Lucy. Our mothers being treated disrespectfully. No respect at all. Our mothers are delivering on the floors. Doctors are not paid. Medics, nurses are not paid. Services are not run there. And it is a shame. The other day you saw at Mbagathi Hospital that a body has been detained for more than 2 months now A family has spent all their earthly belongings, doing everything humanly possible to take care of medical bills, selling all they had, investing in medical services, fees. All the savings that they had been invested in the same, only for you to detain a body. There was a case that was decided by the then Justice Majanja, may his soul rest in peace, as he was then called. He did say that there is no property in a dead body, that a dead body has no economic value. And therefore, as a governor, you say, and you want Nairobi to work. Nairobians are mourning because of your incompetence. You've let us down, and the national government, you are also very incompetent. So an incompetent body taking over another incompetent body in the name of delivering. What a shame. This is a race of two pygmies competing on who is taller than the other. What a shame. Nairobi itself has not received serious projects from the national government. Then the national government is coming in the name of delivering Nairobians from the bondage of incompetence, from the graveyard of corruption, from the cemetery of confusion. And clearly, this is a sham. Governor Sakaja has reduced himself because right now he's going to work under the county government, under the national government of Kenya, which means that all his roles have been waived. He has transferred all his responsibilities to the national government. So we condemn this act, and I know that there's nothing new that is going to happen. Transfer of a function like roads, transfer of functions like water, street lighting, and garbage collection. This is just going to be new corruption. First of all, the national government should explain to Nairobians where the on-source revenue is for Nairobi. The governor did transfer these functions the first few months he got into his office, because the governor only has a right to view only the servers, where the on-source revenue is collected. And I will come back here with the dossier where the on-source revenue is collected at Interior Office. I have all that. There was a recommendation that the governor ought to have been prosecuted. He's being protected by the higher powers. And Nairobi can run itself. Nairobi is not that incompetent. It is a shame that the governor says that he's a governor by birth, yet destroying the same very place that he was born in, leaving it a worse place than he found it. But there's hope for Nairobians. Those who came by bus like myself will make it a habitable, affordable place for those who came both by birth and by bus, to ensure that Nairobi runs and we leave it a better place for Nairobians. So in that spirit, I want to tell Nairobians never to entrust, never to put their trust in such a born incompetent person. This time round, Nairobi will not reason with dimples. Reasoning will be with brains. It will be brains versus dimples. It's upon you to choose what will salvage you from the shackles of unemployment within Nairobi and get a clean, better, motorable city. A city under the sun, as we are proud of it. Therefore, I will invite questions from members of the press.
Maybe a question. What would be your take with regard to the representation of the steering committee, whereby we have some cabinet secretaries, majority from the national government versus the one issue from county government? What would you expect from that?
First of all, Mr. Leto, that's a very intelligent question because, you clearly know the answer of what is going to happen because 2/3 of these members of the committee are going to come from the coming from the national government. That means that 8 out of 12 of them are from the national government under the leadership of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. It means that the governor will be relegated into a secretary of this committee, not even a deputy governor. So I don't even know the role of a deputy governor, what is going to perform in that committee if he will be included. That clearly tells you that there's a hostile takeover because of that imbalance of the numbers. And it was probably done to incorporate some of a few members of the county government just to avoid shaming the governor. And this is a very sad thing because if the national government has already signed and the governor has signed, then one thing also comes which is very unconstitutional about the public participation. That they are saying they want to do it within a period of 14 days. We have 17 constituencies and 85 wards within Nairobi. Is it even practical? But going by the doctrine of legitimate expectation, the moment they sign it, then it means that they already know the outcome. There's already an expectation that it is going to be implemented because the moment it is signed, now it should be implemented. So these are going to be just exercises in futility, PR exercise. Cabinet secretaries are in this. That tells you that there's a complete takeover. A complete takeover. When you have a company and you own 50% of the shares, you own 51% of the shares, and another person has 49, this company belongs to who? To the 51%, correct? And that is why we were fighting that Safaricom ought not to have been sold, should not be sold. Because we know that this Nairobi is going to run under the leadership of President Ruto. Now, the next question is, what intention do they have with Nairobi? What is it that they want to do in 1 year that was never done in 4 years? What is it? What is it that they want to do in 1 year? So it means that these are just corruption scandals that's going to come up. There's going to be pilferage of money. And clearly, the governor is already satisfied. The governor is one of the billionaires now in this city. It's quite unfortunate that he's a governor and he has created a billionaire in himself instead of creating several millionaires within Nairobi County. Yes. Ndio.
Zaidi ya moja. Kwanza, rais anasisitiza kwa sasa anazungumza ile alipo anasema kwamba hawajachukua kaunti ya Nairobi, kwamba wameshirikiana tu katika kufanikisha majukumu ya kaunti ya Nairobi. Sijui maoni yako yepi kuhusiana na hilo. Pili, kuna hili swala la uwajibikaji. Iwapo serikali ya kitaifa inatoa shilingi bilioni 80 kwa serikali kwa kaunti ya Nairobi, je, vipi uwajibikaji utafanyika? Utafanywa na bunge la kitaifa ama seneti ama kama kaunti?
It becomes a problem if I... Yes.
Unahisi kwamba gavana Sakaja amefeli katika kutia saini mkataba huu na inadhihirika kwamba amefelisha kwa kazi ya kaunti ya Nairobi?
Jambo la kwanza, in the spirit of devolution, tunaambiwa ya kwamba hii mambo ya devolution, rais mwenyewe anaiua kwa sababu Nairobi as a capital city that controls a very large percentage of our economy. The president is now assuming the roles of a governor. So we have a president of the Republic of Kenya in Ruto. Then we have a governor of Nairobi, now is President Ruto, not Sakaja. That clearly tells you that the spirit of devolution has been destroyed. So therefore the next question is, nani anafaa keep checks and balances in terms of even auditing ya county? Because now it is partly the function inafaa iwe ya Senate. But now kuna national government that comes in. So which committees should they be subjected to within Parliament? That is the National Assembly and the Senate. So there's a lot of confusion, and that is why I'm telling you, in a scandal where these people wanataka wakule pesa za wana Nairobi, kwa sababu hawataki hata wawe audited. There is no auditing. Jambo nyingine, president anasema ya kwamba anasema hajachukua Nairobi. The moment aliita governor wakakubaliana na wakaforma committee. Hii ni a new NMS. So kusema anataka kuweka 80 billion is neither here nor there. Kwa sababu the county government of Nairobi in itself iko na debt ya close to around approximately 121 billion Kenya shillings ya pending bills. These pending bills, you remember we were told that national government was supposed to pay it because NMS are the ones who did this. But they did it on behalf of the county, which means that the county also ought to have come in because these were functions of the county government. So this clearly tells you that if 121 billion cannot be paid, are they going to avail the 80 billion to do this job? And up to now, the last 4 years, 80 billion was not availed for Nairobians to do something. Are they going to work on it? Let me tell you, problem like water challenge, the national government, together with the county government, needs a total of only 100 billion Kenya shillings. And every Nairobian will receive water on a daily basis from Monday to Sunday by constructing more dams, around 2 to 3 dams. We only need close to around 100 billion. And we solve this water challenge permanently. And that 100 billion can come from the county government and the national government. County government alone, according to the recent World Bank report, clearly states that county government should be having an on-source revenue of close to around 67 billion Kenya shillings. Out of that, 37 billion is coming from these billboards and the billboards advertisement, sorry. So 37 billion. So which means that if a governor is competent enough, should be collecting 67 billion. Then with an additional of approximately over 20 billion from the national government, that's 87 billion Kenya shillings. But what do we always declare? We have a budget of 43 billion Kenya shillings annually. The governor has never reached even a collection. We've never implemented this budget fully because every time the government is boasting of having collected 12 billion, that is what he declares. Meanwhile, he has only a right of viewing only. So it means that the fact that he agreed that he should be viewing means that there's money that he gets from the back door. Okay? So this Nairobi is a graveyard of corruption. All these things which are being introduced is just about corruption. We've been told these things severally. We've been told that jobs will be given to the youth. We've been told that a mama mboga will graduate from selling a mboga to owning a supermarket. We've been told that a boda boda rider will graduate from having a boda boda to having matatus. We've never seen these things happening. Now you are being told again that 80 billion will be availed for Nairobians. Meanwhile, in only one financial year, Nairobi should be run on 87 billion Kenya shillings. So that is even an understatement, which means that they are collecting so much money that they are not declaring. The other day, the Auditor General was complaining. Audit report was showing that the county government of Nairobi, through the controller of budget, approved funding to the county government of Nairobi, and these funds disappeared. Actually, they're even using private companies to siphon these monies. 150 million disappeared. I hope you saw that. It was everywhere. So what does that tell you about the state of our county? So what was your last question? Okay.
Yeah, one question then.
Yes.
You've expressed your dissatisfaction with both the national and the county
Yes.
government in terms of governance.
Yes.
What would be the solution for the remaining 1 year for the election? What would you prescribe?
What I can easily tell you is that Nairobi, as of now, is not functional. What couldn't be done in 4 years cannot be done in 1 year. There's a reason why we are elected in office for 5 years, so that you prorate and you use your budget. Nairobi is run on a budget, and there's an on-source revenue together with the national government revenue that we receive. And if we've never implemented this budget to its full, then there's nothing to expect. There's no miracle to expect. The only thing that we want is that Nairobians should change the leadership of Nairobi so that when we come in, we deliver these services. As a member of National Assembly, you've seen my great work at Embakasi's constituency. We were ranked as the best member of parliament in Kenya, beating all even the government, members of parliament with all those resources. It means that if little could be given to us, then we can manage even more. If we could manage little, we can manage more. And we just want an opportunity where we can help majority of Nairobians get services. We want to create an enabling environment for even Nairobians to do business. This idea of making these licenses too expensive, exorbitant, for no reason. You are even getting little revenue. When you go by the demand and supply curve, you'll get little revenue, because when you put the values to be so high for licenses, then it means the demand will be low. People will be starting their own businesses without even taking licenses. But when the prices are low, the demand will be so high. So Nairobi needs brains, not the imports. Yes, Mudoka. Okay.
Are you aware of any discussions to challenge this court? You support the petition by the stop this support?
Of course, there should be no illegality in running a government, a county government, a national government. This is an illegality. An illegality has been committed. So definitely I would support any petition that is taken before any competent court of law, so that Nairobians can be given what rightfully belongs to them. Nairobi has money because governor has been collecting money. Where is this money going to? He's only celebrating that I've served now 60 million plates. Honestly. Do we want to, what is happening with this Nairobi? Eh? As we feed the stomach, we need to feed the brains, because we need to feed the governor's brains, because he's confused. So we are not fighting the school feeding program, but we will do it in a better way, where no parent will even give 5 shillings. Because that 5 shillings in a year, for the total parents, kids in the school, amounts to approximately 200 million per year. Where does that money go to? The French money, French government, money from the French government. Where does it go to? Over 150 million Kenya shillings. The 4 billion that was set aside for it. So we look at what is happening, honestly. Leto, with 4 billion, how many jobs can you create in Nairobi? To be honest.
Much more we agree there are challenges in Nairobi, very unique challenges. And one would want to know what would have been the solution if not then cooperation between national government and the county government. Is it impeachment? Is it designation? Or what ought to have been done?
First of all, there are no unique challenges in Nairobi. That is just a creation from a culture that we come from, that Nairobi has unique. Nairobi has no unique challenges. When a road is a unique challenge, preparing a road, building a road, is it a unique lease? So you can just say, I'm a governor, you wake up, you dream, you say that this road is bad, make this road. Is that unique? You say that garbage iko pale, ukienda pale city market, there's garbage everywhere. You say, garbage, I want it to be clean. Is that a unique challenge? Sweeping and collecting garbage. Is it a unique challenge, Leto? Yani you say, I want to create jobs for Nairobians. Is it unique? To be honest. He's the greatest cartel, because this is the man who has stolen money meant for Nairobians. And you know, you've seen all this. The DCI at one particular point had recommended that this person was supposed to be arrested. Actually, the file is with the DPP. I don't know why the DPP is sitting on this file. Let me tell you, my brother. Nairobi, the problem is the governor. Me as Babu Owino, if I want to finish even 100 cartels at a go, I've been elected as a governor. You have the people, you have the instruments of power, and then you have the will, the passion, and the energy to change lives of Nairobians. If I give you a job as a cartel, nikakwambia collect takataka, legally done, and you don't do it. You want money to be paid hewa. Sintakuhamisha Nairobi. I will just come to your house and tell you, do our work as Nairobians, ama uhame Nairobi. Bwana, the moment you have the instruments of power and you have the people, who is the, kana cartel shtua you? Bwana cartel atarudi ataishi huko kwa msituni. This is just jokes because these cartels are the ones who are funding the governor. The moment you are funded by these cartels, the moment these cartels, when he got into office, these cartels gave him around 3 Range Rovers. You already have Range Rovers, you are so now excited, you are smiling like Kibaki on a 40 bob coin. So, guys, bwana, let us not joke around, bwana. Nairobi needs serious leadership. Serious leadership. You are given Range Rover. How will you deal with these cartels? You are the one who's eating money. You are the bigger cartel. Bwana, these cartels, I can finish them in 1 week. 1 week and there will be no cartel in Nairobi. This work does not need jokes. It needs serious people.
Away from Nairobi, I know there are demonstrations or rather protests by our opposition, united opposition on Friday because of IG culture. Are you going to be part of that team? And what do you think ought to be done on what is happening to Kenyans who attend to your rallies?
It's very important to learn from history and note that even the current president of the Republic of Kenya, at one particular point, he was in opposition. And by the time that they were being tear-gassed and lives were lost, clearly he should learn something from it because he should not serve us with the same medicine. And I'm so disappointed with the governments of the day, the regimes that are coming in, because we have rights that needs to be protected. We've come from very far. Right to picket, enshrined in the Constitution. A right to speak. Freedom of speech is the oxygen of democracy, Liz. So, by the end of the day, why do you want to tear gas your opponents? It is only fear that can make you tear gas them. Otherwise, if you are confident that you are going to win, then why don't you let your opponents also do their stuff? Why do you tear gas people in a church? Why do you kill? We went to Kajiado, Kitengela, a very peaceful rally, then police starts rioting just next to us. Starts throwing tear gas everywhere. Is that not rioting? And then killing a person, an innocent Kenyan, whose only mistake was to come and listen to the solutions that we were giving, whose only mistake is to protest against high cost of living, whose only mistake is to protest against unemployment, whose only mistake is that he doesn't have money to pay fees for his kids, to pay rent and to buy food. And then that person, you send him to his grave. Honestly, what are we trying to do? Kanja should resign. Actually, kazi yake imeisha. Atoke kwa ofisi very fast. This is a man who should leave office. You know, wanasemanga, oh, why are you saying this? Are you not scared of what? Kanja should leave. See, time yake may expire. He's in office now illegally, right? He should leave immediately. So I support this demonstration. Na huwa nasema, hii nchi yetu. Liz, nini litoa wazungu hapa Kenya? Maandamano. Si ni kweli? Nini lileta multipartyism? Watu wa media tuongee, mnajua hizi vitu mko na records. Nini ilileta multipartyism? Nini imeweka Mbadi kwa ofisi? Sasa hata Ruto mwenyewe alienda maandamano. Si ni kweli? So mambo yangu naenda kupanga. Of course mimi ni king of maandamano, my brother. Hakuna maandamano yote nimewahi fanyika hii Nairobi yenye sijawahi organize. So which means I'm always at the top. Sindio? I'm always the organizer.
Which party are you likely to run on now that
I think that is tomorrow's problem. We will solve it tomorrow. Today's problem is talk about Nairobi County and maandamano. Yeah.
kuna kitu jana gavana kwenye hotuba yake alimention akasema kwamba the last time such a document was signed and you know whom he was referring to.
Yeah, there's a very important question here.
Yes. So in his speech he said the last time such a document was signed, of course you know alikuwa na refer kwa nani, lakini yeye jana anasema walikunywa chai wakazungumza wakajadiliana. Unafikiri labda alikuwa chini ya himaya ya ushauri wa mtu fulani ambayo hakuwa na option, njia pekee ilikuwa ni wakubaliane kuweka huo mkataba?
You know, for the county government to notice an incompetent national government to notice that the governor of Nairobi is incompetent, it means that indeed the county government is incompetent, right? So the idea of signing is coming as a result of trying to help Sakaja from these challenges because he's already incompetent. He can't deliver. A person who signs, it doesn't matter where you sign it, on a tree, under the bed, in your own house, and you present it to State House, or hiding, you've signed it, meaning that you've already said that this work is too heavy, I can't manage it, and therefore help me manage. Ona wamepatia hata prime cabinet. Look at people the way they are incompetent. Ati ndio sasa watakuwa governors wa Nairobi. Honestly, we are joking, my brother. I think we are joking. Nairobians, Kenyans, please, as you are going to elect your leaders, look at these leaders well. Don't just elect leaders because time has come for you to eat. Elect leaders who are going to work for you. Get to know how did these leaders perform from before. You will know. And based on that, do not bring back leaders who are not competent because you are joking around with your own future. Tumemaliza? Asanteni sana.
Say yes to a box full of what you love only on your StarTimes decoder. Recharge your monthly subscription today. Dial *858# for self-service. Stay connected for heartwarming stories to edge of your seat action.
Bravo 4, this is Dragon 26.
There's something for every mood, every moment, every kind of love. Because love isn't one thing. It's everything you enjoy together. Renew your subscription and unwrap endless entertainment. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Eng uitugulole imite atajin missing eng tetutyetab kaskasari. Negibun kabaibaitetab kobun tienwogik cheterter cheu bongo.
Niko salama, salama, sijui wewe uko.
Afrobeat.
Baby, feel my command like zombie.
Amapiano. Agalak chechang missing. Keri legotuye akanenda cheroti chote kila Jumamos kong'etie sait 4 nebo karon.
Cheche 254.
Cheche 254.
Yes, Kaptunye.
DJ Kaptula. Ni show gani? Nego boy yepika bro.
Of course, Kass namanam. Kass namanam.
Kass namanam. Kass namanam. Kaigas opinion poll se baraya.
Oh yes.
Cheche 254.
DJ Kaptula wadi.
DJ Kaptula.
Sana asubuhi. Au saa 7 kule. Ngwani moto tusikiza hapa.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet netokchinigei konet ak konoisechi kabatik akobo boisionikab kabatisiet.
Kianam avocado ak ketik oeng chekikuren twete.
Eng yu ko kinetigei akobo ortinwek chebo kasari chebo kabatisiet ak kit nenyolu koyai kabatindet asikonyor melekto neo.
One of the key aspects of doing anything when it comes to growing food is how healthy are our soils.
Kobun tetutienoto bo community of practice kotestai bengenata kosuldae kanetet koityi stakeholders tugul chebo kabatisiet eng counties chebo West Pokot, Trans Nzoia County, Uasin Gishu County ak Elgeyo Marakwet County akobo kamanutienoto bo ripsetab ng'ung'unyek eng program nenaat ko Economics of Ecosystems and Biodiversity.
Ngetuiye kila kwang'wan kasi eng tetutietab longetab kabatik kong'ete sait agenge ak kebeberyat nebo koskoling eng Kass TV asikinetkei chechang. Aibun ane Bernard Tanoe.
Kasarta age tugul ko kaitar boisieng'ung. Eng kila koskoling anget ale imite imunyi ak ibongoni boisiet nebo mutai. Kero meboekan amu amiteu akobo inye. Aibun tetutietab Kass tienikyok kila Jumatatu akoi komut kasi. Sikong'etkei sait 11 akot sait 12 ak kebeberyat. Eng yutok aibun tienwogik cheiboiboin ak nesire tugul ko tienwogik cheistoun stress. Omite ak anendet Cherotich Toti.
Posten Twitter, Insta ak inde Facebook. Konai ngwenduni kole impowang.
Tetutietab nenetesetai extra ko tetutiet nekibun mixed moto played by one and only our baddest DJ Redmond.
Ole Serem.
Ibwate kora kole eng kasarta age ketoche influencers, tiktokers, social media influencers ak chi age tugul nekose kotindoi talent ako meche kobartagei eng mashabik.
Can become red flag. We were green flag and it did not help us with anything. Can we just
Ongetuye eng kila Jumamos eng nenetesetai extra omitaganendet Jacqueline Arusei akiwatile mix anan tienwogik ko moto chebutun one and only our baddest DJ. Get to you every Saturday in Kass TV.
Eng kitabutab Esta kekasa kobo laitoriat nekikuren Ausera.
Kitungekure Auseras, osotiondenyin kobarta kororindanyin kwenutab laitorinik. Abi kounoto. Matisal kutit Esta. Lekainyoru chamete. Kurenanin Joan Jeruyot. Aki ane nekiyotien tiendo nebo Esther.
Tot imwa ile akoi tien nebo wii kounoton Esther.
Esther.
Kokoi ker logoek kabisa.
Koaker fruits kabisa. Koaker kabisa. Kokinaai kabisa konyokotekwon ko. Kiakolulchike.
Tienito?
Tienito any nebo Esther. Ko
logoekab tien.
Logoekab tiendo nebo Esther. Keleonanin angiyokunin chebo mwanik. Kiyokwon chebo mwanik kot ko kinoker lang'at ole ngwany abeku. Wanyatwalengo ako kiakerchigei kamang kinaitu ale naib nafas.
Ikerchigei ko? Ibiker ile siling ata?
Aker barong ale
kitinye siroinik ata?
Kitindoi siro somok. Kokobit kindemye we en Nazareth. Kokobit lagok chesomanotin en Nazareth. Kokobit takitari en konyonet en Nazareth. Makebokitos en konyonet en Nazareth. Koketech kotab koita we en Nazareth. Yani
Kisha ushinde. Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings account for a chance to win many prizes. KCB, for people, for better.
Chamge mising chitab Kalenjin amang'u ole chamegei eng olda tugul ole tesetai inyorune tugetab Kass TV eng saishechu. Kakoit kasarta nebo logoiwekab emet eng koindo eng tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani nebo betutab rani ko somok kasi tarik 18 arawetab oeng eng kenyitab 2026 nesomonwok kwane Bernard Koech. Mite komasta nebo Naivasha eng county nebo Nakuru eng inguni minister nebo ribetab kalyet eng emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen ole chekili boisionik cheterter che tesetai kosuldae serikali eng komasta nebo Naivasha mising ko tetutiet nebo teksetab oret nebo Rironi Mau Summit Dual Carriage ne noto ko kamwa Murkomen kole tesetai komie ako kokonde serikali anan koweb serikali kakwautik tugul chemokotin koker kole katestai chobetab oranata ama eng koimutik alak tugul. Kibendi kenyoru ng'alalet ab Kipchumba Murkomen eng komasta nebo Naivasha.
Immediate deployment when they are needed by their commanders because they are living very far from the station itself. And so in 2 and at most 3 months, working with the Ministry of Housing, we will come and commence the process of building houses, and that process should give us the houses within 1 year. We should be able by December to have new houses for our officers here in Naivasha. The third issue we came to do the progress of the road project here for Rironi Mau Summit road that is going to be dual. This road is extremely important for the Republic of Kenya. It's part of the projects that His Excellency the President has emphasized as one way of taking this country to a first world status, and therefore it does not, we cannot leave the responsibility to only one ministry, the Ministry for Roads and Transport. We have a responsibility also from our security sector to ensure that we facilitate seamless movement of persons along the roads. Despite the inconvenience that they are facing, we would like to make sure that that inconvenience is minimized. As you know, our traffic department, our traffic officers and traffic commanders are here with me, with the Inspector General. We have come to agree on best ways of ensuring that the people are not inconvenienced, and also for the diversions that we are going to have where Kenyans have to use diverted roads. We want to make sure that security is provided to ensure that people are safe, even as they use alternative routes that are going to be provided as the construction goes on. We want to request the people of Kenya to bear with us and to bear with the government of Kenya, to bear with the Ministry of Roads and Transport, to bear with the Ministry of Interior and the National Police Service as we work very hard together to make sure that this project is completed in good time. We know that and we believe that as promised by His Excellency the President, next year June, we will all, June 1st, we will come and drive along this road. And you never know, it might even be earlier in some sections of this road. We have confidence that the contractors who are here and working with the engineers of the Ministry of Roads and Transport, together with the Cabinet Secretary and the team in that ministry, are going to do a very good job. And therefore, as a supporting cast in this massive project on the road to Singapore, the road to the first world, we are coming to play our small role to make sure that Kenyans are not inconvenienced, and even when they are inconvenienced, that inconvenience is minimized. As you know, a critical partner in these national government projects is the county government of Nakuru. I want to thank the governor because she has been pushing me throughout to say that there is a stalled infrastructure in Naivasha town. She has also been pushing me to come here to look at the police housing because in her county tours, one of the times 2-3 months ago, she called to say that she didn't like the conditions that our police officers were living in, and we agree with her and we appreciate the partnership we have with county government, and I'm happy that the governor is here with us. There is also a role that is going to be played by the county officers in terms of inconveniences that will come to businesses also inconvenience that comes to traffic. And so we are working together seamlessly to make sure that this function is delivered successfully. Thank you very much.
Bwana Waziri, we have had high congestion on this road on when we have festivities.
Yes.
And of course we have the WRC and back and forth.
Yes.
It's a main corridor to the west.
Correct.
Of course, having those diversions is
Noto ko minister nebo ribetab kalyet Kipchumba Murkomen kong'ololi kotinygei ak teksetab oret nebo Rironi Naivasha Nakuru Mau Summit nekoketoi ketech kong'ete komasta nebo Rironi. Eng tai kokamwa rubeiwotab president Professor Kithure Kindiki kole wendi kobitu bandab tai neo mising eng komaswechoto tetat ketekchi oranata eng mwaet kole yekibarait oranata ko wendi kobitu boroindo neo nebo meng'ik koboto biikab emet kosuldae boisionik cheterter chebo bandab tai cheboto loiset nebo tuguk cheterter kong'ololi eng komasta noto nebo Maimayu eng county nebo Nakuru kolos Professor Kithure Kindiki tetutienoto eng mwaet kole tindoi serikalitab President William Ruto tetutik chekororon kotinygei ak kanabtaetab ortinwek eng emetab Kenya. Kong'ololi Kindiki eng igorta nebo roptaetab title deed koityi familia 105 chebo biik chekitinye nyasutietab maranet eng komasta bo Maimayu.
Mnajua ya kwamba tumeanza ujenzi wa barabara hii ya kutoka Rironi kwenda Nakuru mpaka Mau Summit, na mnajua hiyo barabara itafungua uchumi wa area hii. Ni kweli si kweli? Ni kweli si kweli? Iko hiyo barabara imeanza ama haijaanza? Imeanza ama haijaanza? Tuko na barabara hiyo, na kutoka pale Rironi side moja itatumia ile njia ya juu leni mbili, hapa chini leni mbili, ikifika Naivasha isikane iwe leni tatu ya kupanda, 3 ya kushuka, ndio tuondoe mambo ya ajali na tuondoe mambo ya watu wetu kupoteza maisha. Niendelee nisiendelee? Ni fire si fire? Ni noma si noma? Tujenge barabara ama tuachane na barabara? Wangapi wanasema tujenge barabara ya Maimayu Naivasha? Wenye walikuwa wamejenga wanapewa shamba, wenye walikuwa wamekondisha pia hao tunawashughulikia. Alafu wote 105 members of the public, 105 families, those who had built their houses, plus the 56 families that had rented buildings that were also destroyed. The entire group, 105 plus 56, the government of President William Ruto today is providing with you with 20,000 shillings ya kukusaidia kwenda kujenga mahali mnaenda. Wacha nirudie. Familia zote zitapata ardhi. Wale walikuwa wamejenga na wale walikuwa wamekodisha. Familia zote zitapata pesa ya kuwasaidia kujenga. Wale walikuwa wamekodisha, wale walikuwa wamejenga. Na leo hiyo 20,000 for family ya kuwasaidia kwenda kujenga for 161 families. Mimi naacha hapa na Governor Susan Kihika. Tuendelee tusiendelee? Ni fire si fire? Ni noma si noma?
Eng logoiwek alak chitab Kalenjin ko tesetai kwendi barak campaign chebo ng'echeretab MCA eng komasta nebo West Kabrasward nemitei eng county nebo Kakamega kosubkei ak lewenisiet nemining nekiyae eng tarik 26 nebo arawa nebo aeng. Kaindochi toretindetab president Faruk Kibet, kandoik alak cheboto governor nebo county nebo Kakamega Fernandes Baraza ak MP nebo komastab kot neking'ate ng'atutik nebo Malava noto ko David Ndakwa eng campaign chebo chamaitab UDA nekiyochin kobelindet nebo chamainoto ole kamwa Faruk Kibet koboto kandoiyoto kole terchinosiek chekotestai keborionji eng chamaitab ODM kobunu komasta nebo neki president nebo emoni Uhuru Kenyatta eng mwaet kole mamachei Uhuru Kenyatta kobois eng kibagenge chamaitab ODM ak chamaitab UDA eng lewenisiet neo nekiyoe eng kenyitab 2027.
Uhuru Kenyatta afanye nini? Anatoa pesa ya kuitisha mikutano ambayo si halali. Nyinyi watu ya Western Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta alikuja hapa? Aliwatengenezea barabara? Kwa nini unatoa pesa ya kukonganisha wa Kenya? Ashindwe ama asishindwe? Wamama mnaamua aende ama asiende? Yeye anatoa pesa ya kuzunguka kwa miji mkubwa. Ati walianza sijui wapi, wanakuja wapi? Watu ya Malava mnasema washindwe ama asishindwe? Tunajua wewe Uhuru Kenyatta umeanza kutoa pesa ulichukua kwa Wakenya. Na sisi tunakuambia hiyo pesa yako hiyo unatoa kiolela. Serikali itaenda kufunga hiyo pesa yako na wewe hakuna kitu utafanya katika hii jamhuri yetu ya Kenya. Hiyo ni sawa si sawa? Aende ama asiende? Tumwambie tusimwambie? Kwani yeye ni nani? Si alikuwa president ya Kenya? Si anaitwa retired president? Kwani nyinyi mmeenda retire? Si lazima mtazaa watoto watakuwa president? Wangapi wanasema Uhuru Kenyatta aende? We will not entertain politics of division in this country. Wameona barabara inajengwa kutoka Malava inaelekea Samisi. Sasa wameshindwa na sisi tunaona ya kwamba lazima hii area ijengwe. Hata inyeshe mheshimiwa, inyeshe ndio Uhuru apotee. Ndio wakulima waende shamba, aende ama masiende. Na tunajua ametoa pesa ya kuzunguka Kenya. Wewe utashindwa, atashindwa ama atashindwa? Anafikiri Waluya ni watu ya kudanganywa? Anafikiri Waluya ni wale wa zamani? Wako na simu na wanakuambia ng'oo. Hebu mueleze so walisema wanataka mtu mwingine mkachagua Ndakwa. Imagine Ndakwa from MCA to MP. Hebu mpige hiyo makofi. Yaani umwana uno mlashindwa kweli. Huyu kijana simtampatia.
Yekitestai ak logoiwekab emet chitab Kalenjin ko eng kasarta netokyinigei kibagengeitab konetik nebo KNUT mornetab Narok kwai lewenisiet nebo kandoikwai kokakomongkei nebo ng'echeret eng kibagengenoto eng county nebo Narok noto ko Newton Koech akosom serikali kokushikong sub-county nebo Amalo eng mwaet kole mabit kerkeindo eng siretab konetik nekoisuldae serikali eng Komalo. Kosom ine serikalitab emoni mising ko kobun kibagengeit nesire konetik eng boisiet nebo Teacher Service Commission TSC kotoret icheket kosirchi lagokwai.
Mi kasarta nebo siasa chebo kap konetik. Kitinye betut neo tun kebire kura en tarikit 7 arawetab 3 amun kimi kasarta ne somoti kura, amoche asom kora konetik alenji kosom kura en tolosiet, kosom kora kura en oret ne kararan ak neo mising kobit kalyet en betunoto. Nebo oeng ko anasom kora ang'ololji serikali Teacher Service Commission ak amwoi kora president kokas kora rirek ab konetik chemiten emet nebo Narok, kebeberta nebo Amalo, amun yoin ko kikisire konetik ako makinyoru nafas ko ki Amalo sub county nebo kesir konetik chebo replacement chombo P1 and kibore keteb ko mabit report neyamat. Kesome president kelenji ibwatech amun makinyoru nafas inoto asikobit keyoikoten kou kebeberwek alak.
Emetab Kalenjin ko tindoi serikalitab emoni komang'unet neo kole wendi kolonye koitetab kiprutoinik cherutochin Kenya kong'ete kenyit nenyone. Itagat ko kenyitab kolenjin eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani kisome nyoetab kat kosubkei ak koimutiet nebo muswoknotet nekabit kobate kakiletet ako eng nguno ketesetai ak logoiwekab emet ole tindoi serikalitab emoni komangunet neo kole wendi barak koitetab kiprutoinik cherutojini emoni kong'ete kenyit nenyone nebo 2027. Kamwa Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi kole eng kenyitab 2024 kokiit emoni kiprutoinik cheite milionishek 2.4 kobate ibwotini kole eng kenyit nenyone koitu kiprutoinik chesire milionishek 5 kosubkei ak kakwautik cheterter chekosuldae serikalitab Kenya Kwanza eng tokyinetab koker kole kokikimit ak kekanapta sektainoto bo tourism eng emetab Kenya.
And we have also seen more international tourists. I think we got about 2.4 million from the international arena, and the target is to hit 5.5 million by next year, end of next year. So that is a very good trajectory, and we want to assure all the practitioners in this sector that we remain committed to developing our tourist sector to its full potential. 3 key commitments come to mind. 1, the need to mainstream resilience into every tourism policy and investment decision. 2, the imperative of accelerating climate action within the tourism sector. And 3, to strengthen global partnerships that will enable shared learning and coordinated responses to crisis. For Kenya, we are ready and committed to continue working with all partners of tourism, resilience organizations, governments, academia, and the private sector to advance a tourism sector that is sustainable, inclusive, and future-ready. Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism, led by Rebecca Miano, giving it a solid profile. The figures, as I was telling her, are looking good. In 2023, tourism earned us about 268 billion Kenya shillings. By end of 2024, the figures that have come through indicate that it rose to about 452 billion Kenya shillings. That is a rise of about 65 to 68% in terms of revenues. Under the leadership of His Excellency President William Ruto, we have embraced tourism resilience as a national priority. Currently, we are investing in diversified tourism products, expanding beyond traditional wildlife safaris to include cultural tourism, ecotourism, MICE tourism, sports tourism, gastronomy tourism, and digital innovation in travel services. Additionally, we are committed to strengthening public-private partnerships, enhancing sustainability standards to protect our natural heritage, from the iconic savannas of the Masai Mara to our pristine coastline along the Indian Ocean.
Katuya ofisekab serikali ak kibagengeishek cheterter asikocheng walutietab kipkoi nebo kirindaetab koimutienoto nebo plastics koboto ng'emetab itonwekab emet mising ko eng county nebo Nairobi ak komoswek chenekityin. Kamwa sirindet neo eng ministry nebo ribetab itonwekab emet Dr. Festus Ng'eno kole nyolu eng biik tugul koker kole korib tililindo, ole kates kole wendi koboisie icheket barnotikab emoni asikotilil ainosiek ak meng'otoshek oret agenge nenyorune kelchin.
We are here to launch the plastic initiative, circular economy initiative, and this is in line with our strategic plan in terms of promoting circularity within the waste sector. And I'm glad that the GGGI supporting us as a government to deliver on this mandate. One of the key things that you will realize in this plastic circularity is how do we use our plastics in terms of recycling, reuse, and for good use instead of us dumping it as waste. And therefore, under the Sustainable Solid Waste Management Act of 2022, and also the Extended Producer Responsibility Regulations of 2024, we have a mandate as government to make sure that, post in Article 42, that every Kenyan has a right to clean and healthy environment. One of the key things that we are doing under the EPR is to see then how do we enhance the plan in terms of cleaning our environment. Remember, we have legacy waste. Since independence, waste has just been produced and no much work has been done. Yet again in our Constitution 2010, Article 42, health environment, a right to a health environment. So how do we make sure that we have a health environment? We are saying that if you produce waste, you must be able to take responsibility and pay for it so that the government can be able to support you in that regard. So that's what we are doing.
We all have a responsibility, and our responsibility is not just to ourselves, but also to the community and also to the environment. So when you buy a plastic product, maybe it might be good to first invest in products that are recyclable. And also how, even if they're not recyclable, how do you still reuse them? And maybe one thing is having community initiatives where we have cleanup days, whereby communities come together and clean up their neighborhoods. Maybe that could be the beginning.
Mkutano huu wa leo umeweza kusaidia na utaleta ile tunasema ni investors wengi wakuje Kenya, kwa sababu hii unaangalia ile tunasema ni plastic investment katika plastic industry, which is very key. Na ukiangalia rais alisema ya kwamba anataka kuzingatia vijana wengi wapate kazi. Kwa ile tunasema ni green jobs, kazi ambazo tunasema hazileti uchafuzi wa mazingira. Na katika hizi green jobs tunaangalia mambo kama vile plastiki. Na plastiki ni njia moja ambao vijana wanaweza pata kazi iwapo uko kwa any value chain. Ukue pale chini ambapo unachukua ile plastiki, wewe ambao una recycle na mambo mengine. Kwa hivyo tunasema ya kwamba hii pia tunaona ikileta ile tunasema ni kazi kwa vijana wengi, kwa sababu saa hizi Kenya hii vijana wengi wana kazi.
Ako yatajitab kolenjin ko kakeilet nebo logoiwekab emet eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani nebo betutab rani kosomok kasi tarik 18 arawetab oeng eng kenyitab 2026 akoi sait agenge nebo koskoleng asinyoru logoiwek alak chebo emet eng koindo kong'ete yutobo studio. Kainenyu ko Bernard Koech, amakun betut nemie, testai ikere Kass TV amu kimnotet naet.
Revisha ushinde! Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings Account for a chance to win many prizes. KCB, for people, for better.
Kimitei akobo inye ako kimita sikinetkei kibaibaitgei ak kinoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en namba 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet naet.
Eng kitabutab Esta kekas akobo laitoriat nekikuren Ausera.
Kitungekur Auseras, osotiondenyin kobarta kororindanyin kwenutab laitorinik. Iwi kounoto, matisal kutit Westa. Lekainyoru chamete. Kurenon Joan Cheruyot. Aki ane nekiyotien tiendo nebo Esther.
Tot imwa ile akoi tien nebo wii kounoton Esther.
Esther.
Kokoiker logoek kabisa.
Koaker fruits kabisa. Koaker kabisa. Kokinaai kabisa konyokotekwon ko. Kiakolulchike.
Tienito?
Tienito nebo Esther.
Ko logoekab tieni.
Logoekab tiendo nebo Esther. Keleonan angiyokunin chebo mwanik. Kiyokwon chebo mwanik kot ko kinoker langatol ngwany abeku. Atwalen ko ako kyakerchigei kamong kinaitu ale naib nafas. Nakerchigei ko.
Ibiker ile siling ata?
Aker korong ale
Kitinye siroinik ata Joy?
Kitindoi siro somok. Kokobit kindamye we en Nazareth. Kokobit lagok chesomanotin en Nazareth. Kokobit takitari en konyonet en Nazareth. Makebokitos en konyonet en Nazareth. Koketech kotab koita we en Nazareth. Yani
Eng uitugul ole imite, atochin mising eng tetutietab kaskasari. Nekibun kabaibaitetab kei kobun tienwogik cheterter cheu bongo,
Niko salama, salama, sijui wewe uko.
Afrobeat,
Baby, follow my command like zombie.
Amapiano, ak alak chechang mising. Ker ile kotuye ak anendet Cherotich Tochi kila Jumamos kong'etie sait 4 nebo karon.